Hello there, it's your girl Maggie here, and today we're getting real because listen, about an year ago, well, a little bit more than a year ago, I packed my bags and said, Ja, warum nicht? And moved to Germany. Yep, a girl who didn't know how to say more than Dankeschön or Guten Morgen. And fast forward, more than 12 months, I've survived, I've thrived, and I have some thoughts. So, if you ever dreamt of living abroad, working in Europe, or just starting afresh in a new country, definitely grab a cup of tea, coffee, or a glass of wine because I'm about to give you the real, honest, hilarious, and slightly emotional verdict on my year in Germany. Now, you know that moment when life whispers, go for it, and your brain screams, Girl, are you crazy? Yeah, that was me with Germany. It wasn't a perfect plan, it was more like a brave impulse. I didn't have everything figured out, but deep down, I just knew I needed something different, something that would shake me out of my comfort zone. And let me tell you, saying yes to Germany was my leap of faith. I didn't wait to be ready, I just decided to trust that I'd figure it out along the way. Because sometimes the best things in life don't start with certainty, they start with curiosity and courage. Now, after the big move, you're probably wondering, how are the first months like? Well, if you're not wondering, I'm just gonna tell you anyway. As soon as I arrived, I quickly realized that Germans love rules. Like, really, really, really love rules. And there's just rules for everything. There's rules for crossing the road, rules for recycling, rules for how you have a party in your house, rules for what you can and cannot do. I think there's probably a rule on how to breathe, honestly. And I remember my first week, and probably the full month, I was just met with rules right, left, center, all around me, and it was really, really, really a big shock considering where I come from. At one point, I remember crossing the road, right, left, like we always do. The road was clear, and I took my steps and crossed the road. There was literally no car on sight. But let me tell you, on the other side of the road, I was met with these eyes of this old lady. She was really cute though, very cute and sweet. But she had her eyes wide open at me like I just committed the worst crime on earth. It's like I've declared war in Germany. And I quickly realized, okay, there's probably the right place to cross the road, and that was not it. And let's not even talk about the language. The language, this is where I was literally fighting for my life, literally. And I'm not there yet, but I can confidently say that I'm not where I used to be. Now, I was hit with the German articles, German grammar. I was always just praying hard every time I'm walking the street that nobody will say anything to me or let's say anything in German, because I would totally freeze and just maybe they'll have to call an ambulance for me. But here's the thing, after that first shock wears off, something magical happens. You start to get it. You realize that people aren't just being cold, they're just direct. To be honest, you would think people are cold when you first arrive here because they say things as they are or they don't want to get bothered, but you slowly realize that they're just efficient. This is just the German efficiency. And low-key, it's kind of refreshing because you'll never see fake smiles or small talks that are somewhat meaningless. And to be honest, for an introvert like me, I definitely thrive in such an environment. After a month or so, I decided to get a job, and I was officially in the German workforce. Yeah, girl got a job. And I quickly realized that in Germany, when it comes to working, when it's working time, people actually work, they actually focus, and there's no endless meetings that could have been an email. So you will not find people looking or pretending to be busy. People actually work. But then when it's time off or when it's time to go home, the laptops are shut down very hard. They switch off completely. Completely. They go home and they have a life, have hobbies, have their own personal life, rest, all that. And this completely blew my mind. 100%. I couldn't believe that there is work-life balance and it actually works. This was very impressive for me, to be honest, especially having worked back home. Back home, we glorify the hustle. Here, it's the opposite. They glorify efficiency and rest. And you know what? I started to sleep better, eat better, take care of myself better, think more clearer, and just enjoy working, because when it comes to my working time, it's working time, and when I'm out done with work, I'm completely done. And if you're a workaholic, definitely Germany will humble you and probably heal you in the process. Now, as I navigated life in Germany, I quickly noticed that Germany has taught me some things. Like, Germany taught me how to slow down and enjoy the little things. Something like taking a walk after dinner. Oh my god, this was very foreign to me. Yet everyone does it here. It's such a common thing. Like almost every person does this. Just take a walk, going anywhere in particular, just taking a walk to the nearest park. Just soaking in life. No agenda, no rush, just soaking it all in. And can we talk about Sundays? Wow, nothing is open. And the first time I was like, hey, what am I doing? What am I supposed to do with that day? Is it just a lost day? Everything's closed. No malls, no supermarkets. What am I to do? But then, now it's the day I most cherish. It's the one day where you literally have no choice but to rest. So this meant that I have to pick up some hobbies or some things that I enjoy to do, and some things that I didn't even know I could do or I could enjoy. I started to learn painting. I have more time for journaling. We could explore some nearby towns. Just life felt a lot more softer. And then this made me realize you actually don't need to be busy to be fulfilled. There is no joy in seeming ever busy and no time to reconnect with yourself. Okay, so let's not sugarcoat it, yeah? It wasn't all fairy lights, castles, and glamour. There were days I felt lonely. And there were days where the language barrier made me want to scream. There are days where I missed home back in Kenya. There are days I missed my family so much, and just being understood in my language without explaining myself. I was missing this at some times. I would wish to argue and go into a debate, but in my own language. Have you tried arguing in a foreign language? Man, you lose the point. You have the points, you have the thoughts, but before you can translate and say, you have lost the momentum, yeah? So there are days I'll be like, yo, do you know how funny I am? But funny in my language and not in German, okay? So yes, and don't get me started on paperwork. The German bureaucracy deserves its own Netflix thriller. Yeah, because it will test you, press buttons you didn't know existed in you, and at the same time, it will humble you. Yes, that is German bureaucracy, German paperwork, German offices. My lord. But the best thing is, they have all taught me patience, because the number of times I almost burst out. I realized it's just better to be patient, and to be honest, you can focus on the hard parts or you can grow through them. And honestly, those struggles built my confidence, because every time I figured something out on my own, I realized, wow, damn, I'm stronger than I thought. Yes, every damn time, I felt so amazing. Every time I would do something, every time I would not let a situation keep me down, I would get on top of it. I would always feel, I don't know, that feeling is like you've been pumped with new energy, you know? And to be honest, these kinds of situations, they either break you or make you. You cannot have it both ways. Only one prevails every damn time. So it's always up to you to choose, is this situation gonna break me, keep me down, or make me and I get up? Yeah. And like I said, every hurdle that you get over is just another opportunity for you to grow, to be stretched. Yeah. And Germany is just exactly that. Exactly that. Now, after almost more than a year, if asked the question, would I do it again? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, in a heartbeat. Germany has challenged me, inspired me, and made me fall in love with a version of myself I didn't know even existed. Yeah. The woman who takes solo train rides, the one who reads labels in German, and the woman who's not afraid to start afresh, that's me now. And yes, I said yes to Germany, but really I said yes to myself. I said yes to growth, to courage, to becoming that woman I always dreamed of. So if you're watching this or listening to this and wondering if you should go for it, move abroad, switch careers, start over, here's my advice to you. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it even if you're scared. Even if you don't know what's waiting on the other side. Because the version of you that's waiting there is worth meeting. Yes, you'll stumble. You'll cry. You'll get lost. But then one day, you'll wake up and realize, you built a life you're proud of. So to Germany, Dankeschön. Dankeschön. Vielen lieber Dankeschön. And to you watching this, I hope you find your Germany, whatever that looks like for you. Now go out there, be bold, be kind, and keep saying yes to yourself. And please, if you've watched and listened to me till this point, please subscribe and tell me in the comments, what's your dream country? Where would you like to move? What is that thing that you'd like to do? Let me know in the comment section. I definitely want to hear about it. And until next time, ciao, au revoir, bye.